Welcome back to Recollect. I'm Tom.
I'm Tiffany. Where are we going?
We're going to October 7th, 2006 in the UK, baby. Recollect.
I've thought 2007, so close enough.
You are so close. First of all, as I was trying to find information for this list of songs, I realized that they were so wild that there wasn't much information to be found about them. So in theory, it's a good list because I think the songs are good, except for a couple of them, which are extremely bad. But that's what's going to make them fun.
The honorable mentions were fun to pick through.
It was a good week for honorable mentions. I had, because I know I said I'm only doing 3 moving forward, so I cut it down, but I had 7.
Jesus Christ, Thomas.
I like music a lot, okay.
Wow, you like music?
So my fun facts are like UK based. Well, one of them is. The
That's
number one
perfect.
movie in the UK this week was The Devil Wears Prada.
I fucking love that movie, hunty.
I have only seen it once because the ending made me sad and I just can't handle it.
It's not that sad. You could watch it again.
I know, but as a child, I was like, how dare.
A movie doesn't end well.
This was the week that Friday Night Lights premiered.
I don't engage in that culture, but I can respect that.
Well, it gives I'm sure some listeners.
Context.
Yeah, will know. They'll be like, I remember where I was when Friday Night Lights happened. North Korea conducted its first nuclear test.
Yikes.
Yeah, we've always been on the precipice of a nuclear war. Like our whole
lives,
yeah.
literally.
And the United States population reached 300 million people that year.
Too fucking many.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of fucking
I don't even know how many people are here now. Is there more? Is there
way
less?
too many.
The boomers, they'll have to die eventually, right?
That's what we're waiting for.
What were you doing? Where were you in life?
I'm thinking.
I'm giving you the space to think.
So junior, this is what always confuses me. So that would have been after I graduated high school because I graduated in the spring of 2006.
Yes, you are a free woman.
I was just freshly 18.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a spicy place to be.
It's a spicy place to be. I was like, not well. This was like, I mean, I've been unwell in my life, but there's a frenetic, frenzy, insane, unbridled energy that comes with being unwell when you're 18 because you can't fully sink into the dark place. Well, for me, there was a lot of like erratic behavior happening. I had a lot of energy to feel bad, whereas now I feel bad at times or have gotten depressed and I'm low and I stay low and I can't do anything. But I had the time and the energy to be 18 and fucked up. I worked at Subway. I'm pretty sure. I would assume. Whether that be the one in Squirrel Hill or the one in Greenfield. That's a thing. What else did I do? I think I was bouncing around from house to house. Like I wasn't living at home.
Okay.
But I wasn't like living one place. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I did that for a while. Oh, I was probably going to CCAC also. I was so broke I couldn't eat at this point in my life. I had to go to like my friends' houses for food. Lovely, obliging people that they were. And then eating at Subway, essentially. I was dating Carrie, he'll never listen to this. I don't really care. But that's the guy who was... If I bring this up,
oh, the one. Okay, yes, that one.
I don't know if I want to tell the whole story right now, but I was dating him at the time.
Okay.
Because you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
My hair was short. I remember that.
Full circle, baby.
Yes, full circle, baby. I had like a bowl cut that I parted to the side.
Oh my God, like a Claire haircut?
Claire who?
We work with Claire.
Oh, yes, kind of.
Okay.
I'll show you a photo. I was like a hot mess, but I love that. I love that girl. She was like really trying, but
Your 18-year-old self.
yeah, I love her. What a mess.
There is something about like 18 to 20 where you have energy.
The energy.
You are like, and if you're in a rage, which I very much was, and I would love to talk to a therapist about that specific time in my life because I was like, what was happening? Anyway, I was about to turn 16.
Wow.
My hair was probably done to my
Titties. I love that.
So I guess this would have been my sophomore year. So I was no longer in not Pittsburgh, but Kansas. I wasn't in Cannon Macmillan School District anymore. I was in PA Cyber Charter School.
Right.
So, you know, a constant thing in my life is that I'm being educated through the internet in some
Which
capacity.
Makes sense because you're of the. I am just old enough to not do that, but I feel like most people.
Well, now it's like
it's a thing.
And
but you're at the start of that. You're like the start of that.
And I feel like I wonder what PA Cyber looks like now because I sure as hell cheated the system.
I'm sure that it's impossible.
Let me tell you what I was doing. First of all, they pay for your internet whenever you're. Well, at least they did at the time. Who knows if they still do it? But it's because it's a public school,
right?
And if you have access, whatever. So I don't know. That was not a me thing. That was a mother thing.
Of course.
But like my internet would go out a lot.
I love that. I mean, and you also lived like, you know, in a more suburban area, so
I did.
Why wouldn't the internet go out?
I mean, it really was.
I know, but as far as anybody else knows.
Actually, we did have issues with our internet and cable at one point, but I don't remember what point in my life it was. I think it was we were all adults and the whole thing. That was a whole thing.
Were you on MySpace at this time? Because I definitely was.
Oh, 100%. And we'll talk about MySpace on this episode for sure.
Bless.
I know. This is around that time. Remember back in the day when you were... I don't remember what you and Josh were fighting about, but I sent you that. And we weren't talking about it. I just sent you this because I just found it. It was like, oh my God, podcast. That picture of the podcast cover that I had made when I was 16. And
yes.
You texted me back and you're like, I was just fighting with Josh and now we are not fighting because I have to take this in. So that is the human that we are talking about.
I love that person.
I was taking classes at CCAC2 because you could do that when you were in cyber school and that would count for both college and I don't know how they swung that. What a weird thing that I managed to go through. I don't know what this would have been. I think this is the season that Leslie Hunt. Like this would have been American Idol. Like this would have been American Idol Leslie Hunt season. You know, living my fantasy. Talk about things coming full circle.
What a time to be alive! I'm lucky I did not die during all this because it was real touch and go for a minute. Here you go. This is what I looked like. I know this is on my phone because I was like swiping through stuff the other day.
Oh my God!
Look at her.
That's like an album cover.
Look at her. Who's she?
Where are these headshots from? Why do you have these headshots?
The guy that I worked with at Subway was like a photographer.
Scandalous.
And, yeah, I went over to his apartment and he took pretty mediocre photos of me. I was so baked in these photos. It's crazy.
I was going to say the third one you showed me.
I look so high. Look at my little eyebrows too.
I mean, that's...
Can you believe?
Sign of the times. Baby.
The fucking skinny highlights in that haircut.
The red highlights.
Skinty. Wow.
Man, we really have come a long way with hair, haven't we?
Truly.
Like it was like bad until yesterday. Swear to God.
And now it's the chunky highlight is a moment on purpose.
It's trending again.
Which is so funny to me. I love it. Like the money pieces like right in the front of the face.
Oh no.
Oh, I feel the fantasy.
No.
I'm like, yes.
Like first of all, you have parentheses hair and then you're like, no, I really have parentheses hair.
I love it.
This is a complete side note. I was talking to my friend today who has a daughter who's in like the 5th grade and she was talking about how at her old school, her daughter's old school, they were allowed to use calculators when they did math. And like the school she's attending now isn't allowing calculators. And I was like, that's weird. I was like, do you have to do Common Core math? She said, oh yeah, but I'm basically learning Common Core math with them.
I
God
know
bless.
vaguely about Common Core math.
I know
but
nothing.
obviously that was like not what we did.
No, they were like, this is
But,
math.
Like, excuse
They're not like this.
me?
Not here's this roundabout way to math. They just were like, this is math. And I was like, okay, accepted. Now, not everyone could accept that math, and that is probably why the Common Core curriculum exists. But she was trying to explain
I
it
guess
to me.
because it seems very complicated. There's so many steps.
There's so many steps, but it's like less. It breaks it down so it's less A, B, C, D, and it's like, okay.
I had a very hard time in math, which is not surprising, given everything I've learned about myself recently.
As an engineer's son, I've always thrived in the maths.
Ugh. Give me the language arts, honey. I want to write a 10-page paper with citations. I could do that.
MLA?
Lickety split. Yes. APA. I'll give it to you both ways. Whatever you want.
Hanny.
Citation station, hunty.
Oh my God. Now I'm thinking like, what was probably my favorite class? I remember being in biology this year, and I actually hate science. I don't get it. Well, it's not that I don't get it. I just don't apply myself because I don't care. Because I definitely have a switch where I'm like, it has been invested from a very young age for whatever science. It's like, I know I was capable of doing it, but I was like, I don't want to. Like, they make you take it. They make you take it every year. And I was just like, can you please stop? I am not interested in this. Now I realize I need to know some basic things.
Stop trying to make science happen. It's not going to happen.
And I don't know how they get around this now, but like, I copied and pasted every question on every chemistry test I had whenever I was in cyber school and pasted that into Google, and I took whatever that first response was, right or wrong. I was like, that's it.
Well, now
I could not tell you how chemistry works.
If they lock your computer down, you could just Google it from your phone.
Right. Well, no, I think they video. I don't know. I don't know how anything works. I really, truly don't. This is like what I'm guessing.
This is the future, I guess. So,
well,
whatever. I was taking a choir class at CCAC that I was super into. It was in the basement of like the building that looks like a manor, like the really fancy building.
So I took CCAC classes at the North Campus. So I've never actually been to Maine.
Yeah, I was at the North Side. Ooh, I like didn't really go to my classes super regularly.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But I had to wake up so fucking early to get over there. It was like insane.
I was in South Hills Junior Orchestra at this time because my mom was like, well, you still have to socialize. So on Saturday mornings at 7, I had to be at this place at 7 a.m., which was like Upper St. Clair High School, I think is where we did this.
Okay.
And it was like not like band in high school where you didn't really have to apply yourself. Like you were surrounded by
people who were excelling. You
paid for this. And so like these people like wanted to be good. And I was third chair. And I was like, how the fuck did I end up getting third chair? It was overwhelming because everyone cared so much. And I was like, what is this? And then I remember when I was in this, I took my music. We were playing Bacchanal, which is in an opera. Mm-hmm. And it's an orgy scene that happens while this song is playing. Mm. So I did not know this at the time, but I went to my flute teacher, Gay Kokonen, a real one, 100%. She's always that bitch, always been that bitch. We stan Gay Kokonen in this house. I just gotta put it out there. She really is a real one.
What's her name?
Gay. Her last name's Kokonen.
God bless.
Yeah. Also, I had dinner with her like a couple years ago, and she was like, did you guys all know that I was lesbian? I was like, we just knew that your name was Gay. And we didn't really think about you beyond that. I think there were people that probably didn't like her that have come across her that probably said some things about her. But I was like, my mom, like, I don't remember ever being a thing
didn't register.
No.
That's so funny.
Anyway, she was like, she laughed. I pulled it out. I was like, we're doing this at orchestra. And she was like, do you know this is like an orgy scene in an opera? And I was like, oh. No, but it's a great piece of music. I will listen to arrangements of that to this day. I'll just like look it up and be like,
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Scratch that itch.
Because it was a hard song, but it wasn't so hard that it was impossible. And it was like fun for me.
Yeah, I had a bunch of auditions set up at a myriad of schools, but everything kind of got derailed winter of my senior year to the point where I just like completely...
Were you trying to like be like a musical theater major or?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was just.
And I was going to study in some conservatory somewhere. I got accepted a bunch of places, and then I was supposed to further interview at Oberlin in Ohio, and
That's
then
where Gay went to college.
I didn't follow up because life decides to take you somewhere else, and everything it do be like that sometimes.
I'm not saying this because I don't love and believe in your capabilities, but I think that could have been catastrophic for you going to a real college.
Yeah, probably unmedicated, definitely.
But I also think you would have ended up getting so far in it, but then like stopping, and then like the amount of money. Do you know what I mean?
Potentially,
Yeah.
but I also think I always had great follow through with anything music related because I got such intense joy out of
But
doing it.
that's the problem with college is they make you take all those other fucking classes.
I know. But I might have been able to get myself through it. Would I have been able to afford to finish there? Don't know. I think that train would have, it would have fallen apart. There's like a good reason why I didn't end up out there. It's like very expensive, but very beautiful.
Well, I mean, it's a private school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing about private schools is they like give out money. People don't talk about this. When you're in high school, they're like, oh, private schools are so expensive. But like when I was going to Point Park, I was only paying like $6,000 a year, which is like for Point Park, that is not a lot of money. Because they were like have all of the scholarships, and I was like in the honors program, and that was just because I was smart. But like no other, like the state school did not give me money to go there, as I was just as smart. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Anyway,
are you ready to get into this?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Okay. Let me get situated. Again, forgot to make a playlist, so we're just gonna have to Google these while we.
You're totally fine. Whatever you gotta do,
Okay, this is number 10 on the UK charts on October 7th, 2006.
Ladies up in here tonight.
Oh.
No fighting.
We got the refugees
No fighting.
Oh, I know
No
this.
fighting.
Hips don't lie, ho.
Shakira.
I never really knew that she could dance like this. She make a man wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama?
Hey.
Bonita. Picasa.
Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. All the attraction, the tension. Don't you see, baby, this is perfection.
This was not my journey to take.
Well, this is Hips Don't Lie by Shakira featuring Wyclef Jean. As I've learned in past episodes, it's not Wyclef Jean.
You're welcome.
This is the second single from Shakira's Oral Fixation Volume 2, which is a repress of her second album. It was very confusing. I was trying to read up on this because it's like in America, it's like the second album we paid attention to from Shakira, but it was technically her fifth album because she had all the albums that she released before she got big here. The song is written and produced by Shakira, Jean, and Latavia Parker, and it reached number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. The song went triple platinum and sold 1.9 million ringtones. A sign of the times.
I was so into ringtones.
I wasn't allowed to do it because it would go on my mom's bell.
I loved ringtones. Wow.
NPR put it at number 65 of the greatest songs by 21st century women. And the song was initially written and recorded by Jean, Lauryn Hill, and Pross for a Fugees reunion.
Wow.
It was titled Lips Don't Lie at the time, and it was not completed because Lauren did not like the track.
That tracks.
There is... this song brings me like a weird amount of joy, but I don't love it. It's not like a bad song, and I don't like hate it.
So here's the thing. I never listened to this, ever. I've never heard this song all the way through.
Never?
Never. Not once.
How?
I didn't even have a house at this time, let alone hearing the number 1 song in the country. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
wasn't of my concern. I think I would listen to this if it came on. So I'm probably gonna bop it. I think I'm bopping it. Soft bop.
You know what? Soft bop is the perfect place for this because it's not a stop.
No, it's not a stop.
I don't mind it. And you do a little hip wiggle.
Yeah.
You start feeling yourself.
There's something to the.
You make me wanna speak Spanish.
Like, I know parts of the song because it's played in the background of many places I've been, but
Look, this is the second week in a row Shakira's popped up.
I know.
I mean, last time it was an honorable mention on my end, but like 2
Listen
weeks
to
in a
her
row.
go.
Okay. Are you ready for number 9? You're not ready for number 9. Oh, this journey we're on, honey.
I'm so excited. This time is a weird.
Oh.
It's weird.
This is number 9. I can't even, first of all, I cannot believe this song charted there.
Oh, no.
Let alone at all.
Oh no.
We're soaring, flying.
Oh.
There's not a star in heaven that we can
Is this High School
reach.
Musical?
Yes!
So obviously I was too old for this.
We have to wait for it to kick in full
Oh,
force.
of course, because I do know the chorus.
In a way
Different than who we are.
Creating space between us till we're separate hearts. But your faith it gives me strength, the strength to believe.
We're breaking
We're
free.
soaring, circuit. There's not a star in heaven that we can reach.
That's all I know. I don't know fucking anything else about High School Musical except what's been featured in memes and vines. That's it.
So this is from the first one.
Okay.
And at this time, they were not letting Zac Efron sing so it's not his voice. That's not who is singing this track.
Wow.
The singing voice of Troy Bolton is named Drew Seeley. I don't know who that person is, but that is who this voice is. But then Zac eventually does sing in the rest of them. I did not partake in like High School Musical culture.
Okay.
Like I was aware of it,
Yeah.
and a lot of people my age were in it.
Yes, they did.
In it.
Yes, they
But
were.
I would say like my decom phase was over by this time. This is when I started like trying to like find queer things for myself, but I didn't know how. So like I'm pretty sure I was like watching Skins at this point. Like I found a way to get the DVD and like that's what I was watching. Like Degrassi. I was like on the end because we
I
were
love
going
that.
there.
Of course.
So in an interview for a movie later on, someone played this song for Zac Efron and he didn't know what it was.
I love that. That's iconic.
It's truly iconic.
Prolific behavior. He's like, oh yeah, I guess I did that.
I'm going to throw this one out there. This set the precedent for Glee to happen to us.
Definitely.
100%.
Wow, those movies did really well. What if we just did a TV show?
The thing is, I have a little bit of a soft spot in my heart for like the beginning of Glee because what Glee was supposed to be and what we got from Glee were like very different things. Because the show was supposed to be way more fucked up than it ended up being, and then it turned into like a love story, and then it was just like
Whatever.
also like you can't trust Ryan Murphy with anything because he's gonna mess it up.
That's a Ryan Murphy joint.
Glee is Ryan Murphy.
So I should have been into Glee, but again, the
didn't allow
choices I
yourself-
made, no joy.
yeah.
I was like, I'm too serious.
Well, I will tell you, go ahead and watch that first season of Glee. Like, let yourself have it. You don't need
Oh,
to.
I let myself have whatever the fuck
No,
I want now.
but like, you don't need to go past it. Like, you're gonna be like, this is
I've
good,
heard
and
it
I
gets
want
rough.
more. And I'm like, you don't need to go there. Now, the second season does introduce Cord Overstreet to our lives in his big mouth.
Who?
He was the hottest one, and
Oh.
he wasn't in the first season. And then they were like, here you go, and I was like, and the second season's fine, but it's like not
When
good.
does it get truly horrible?
I stopped at season 3, partway
Okay.
through. It was a show I watched with Kristen, and I remember turning to her and I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
We are now done with this.
Well, I was like, you can keep, and she stayed true.
Did you know Kristen at this point?
Not in 2000, no.
Okay.
I haven't started working yet because I'm 15.
Right.
But I didn't start working until I was 17, almost 18.
Got you.
Okay. This is a stop, by the way.
Oh, of course it is,
Yeah.
honey. I'm not listening to this.
I never really listened to this. I was shocked to find this on the chart. To be quite honest,
This is the first time I've heard most of the song, so it's a stop for me.
Justice for Sharpay. I have seen it. So
I respect people's whatever they feel about this. Go off.
I just love Ashley Tisdale.
She's pretty neutral for me. I
She's
have
a
no
fun time.
opinion.
Okay, let's move on to number 8 because I know you're gonna have thoughts.
Okay.
I throwing you off?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
How you doing, young lady? The feeling that you're giving really drives me crazy. You don't have a player hard to choke. I was at a loss for words first time that we spoke.
You're looking for a girl that'll treat you right. You're looking for in the daytime with the light.
You might be the type if I play my cards right. I'll find out by the end of the night.
You expect me to just let you hit it, but will you still respect me if you get it?
All I can do is try, give me one chance. What's the problem? I don't see the ring on your hand. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm curious about you. You seem so innocent.
You wanna get in my world, get lost in it. Boy, I'm tired of running, let's walk for a minute.
Promiscuous. We definitely let that one go on too long without talking, but we were really just enjoying it.
You already know that I'm all yours. What you waiting for?
I like
This
this part.
The face. It seizes me.
Yeah, that's like the only way you could do it.
This is Promiscuous by Nelly Furtado featuring Timbaland. I'm gonna have to turn it down even more because we're still vibing. This is from her third studio album, Loose. And now, if you would have asked me this, I thought this was her second album. But I know I'm Like a Bird, and then this.
I had
Turn Down the Lights was also a song.
You're right.
Yeah.
I had a couple. There were a couple Nelly Furtado joints that I latched onto, but I've never listened to like a full release by her.
Neither have I.
But go off.
But like, what a turn to go from I'm like a bird and then to come in hot.
With this.
So the song is written by Nelly Furtado, Anthony Mons, Timbaland, and Danja. I don't know who that
Danja.
person. Danja. Thank you.
I got you.
I almost said Danya. I was like, that wouldn't have gotten
Proud
us
of you.
anywhere.
Unless if it's a different person and I'm wrong.
No, I
which
think
is
you're
also
right.
possible.
That seems right. So this was released as the debut single from the third studio album. And this is Furtado's first #1 single in the U.S. The music video was directed by Little X. And have you seen this music video?
I have seen it at some point.
Watch it again. It's very uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
I like. There's no sex appeal to like what anyone's doing except for the dancers who are not at the forefront.
Awkward.
But like also the outfits that Nelly Furtado is wearing during this music video are
Wild. I want to
It's-
see what else is on this album. I'm so curious.
I'm sure that Man-Eater's on it, and I love that song.
Oh, wow. I forgot about Manny.
Man-Eater.
So almost all of the songs that are like on her most played on Spotify come directly from this.
This album, I believe
Yeah.
it. This-
Oh, and another Nelly Furtado song that I know and love is also on this album. Say It Right.
in the day, in the night.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah. Yes, I was just singing it.
But no, I mean the background noises
Oh.
in particular is what I was referencing.
Oh yeah, Timbaland just moaning. Yeah.
Yes. Also, there's another song on this. All good things come to an end. I was obsessed with that too at one point.
I don't know that I know that one.
Yeah, it's what it sounds like, which is sad. Folklore was her second album, and I don't think I know anything on this. Second album, Slump.
I don't remember.
Sophomore Slump,
Is it? Maybe it was popular somewhere.
maybe. But anyway, continue.
There are appearances from Carrie Hilson and Justin Timberlake in the music video for this song, which makes sense because Timbaland.
Mm-hmm.
This was nominated for Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals at the Grammys that year.
Okay.
And at one point, this song was nicknamed the Blackberry song because everything that is sung could be sent in a flirty text.
That's fucking weird.
But like blackberries.
Is that what we're?
That was the height
I
of.
guess that was what it was. The height of technology, honey.
I would have thought this would have been like peak T-Mobile T sidekicks.
I would think so.
But I feel like Blackberries were for like really rich people, like really rich and
Oh
people.
yeah,
Because you need
definitely.
to check your emails on the go.
I mean,
remember how ridiculous and like ludicrous of a thought that would have been in 2016, and then you'd be like, oh no, in 2020, like actually everyone is doing that.
like I get
every-
emails daily.
hourly, twice, 3 bajillion times an hour. So many emails. You are very
Weird.
accessible now.
So weird. I don't even know if I had a cell phone at this point yet.
Huh? I definitely did, but it was.
We live different lives, obviously.
Well, I couldn't text on it. It was just to call. It was like an emergency. I wasn't
Right.
allowed to text until. It's not funny, but I was just about to say it so casually. I was like, until my grandfather got cancer and they had to remove the bottom part of his jaw. And that's when we all started texting.
Wow.
I was just gonna really casually throw that in there as if like everyone was gonna be fine with what I was about to
I feel like you've mentioned this to me before, but it'll be a fun surprise for the listeners.
He lived for a long time after they removed the bottom of his
That's
jaw.
great.
Yeah, because I think that happened probably the year after this, and he lived until 2012. So that was like,
Wow. Worth it.
and like he was fine. He just like didn't have a bottom jaw.
NBD, I guess.
That's what he looked like all the time.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, RIP to this man, but I don't like that.
I'm sure there was a lot of darkness that came with my
I'm
grandfather.
Fucking sure. So this is a bop.
Yes, 100%.
It's a bop.
I'm not gonna not pop. I'm gonna listen to this anytime.
This
it
is
comes
one
on.
of those songs that like is questionable content wise.
Yes.
The concept of a promiscuous girl, what does that even mean? But it slaps, and I assume, Nelly Furtado wrote the song.
Yeah, she
So
wrote
I
on
mean,
it. She has credit.
obviously this is all consensual, so like go off.
I mean, the whole album that this comes from is pretty naughty.
Yeah. So like whatever, but I hope that everyone out there knows that promiscuity is like not a thing. It just isn't.
Now,
Barely a thing.
this song, I didn't know it, but it's by you will know the artist, but I didn't know the song.
Okay.
But I'll tell you if you don't know it, why we didn't.
See you looking at me like I got something that's for you. And the way that you stare, don't you dare, 'cause I'm not about to.
Is this Pussycat Dolls or something?
This is the Pussycat Dolls. This is called I Don't Need a Man.
I mean, go off.
And the reason that neither one of us knows this song is because neither one of us owned that first album. But also, it was only released as a single in the UK.
Oh. I could recognize Nicole Scherzinger's voice.
I mean,
And the timeline would make sense for a Pussycat Dolls gnome.
but it's weird. Like, obviously, there were some other Pussycat Dolls in that like that you could choose for honorable mentions this week.
Maybe. I don't
think
remember.
Buttons was on there.
They were like not for me. I mean, I'll listen to Buttons. Would I listen to this? No.
No, and I literally have nothing else to say about it. Oh, so it was released as the 5th single on the album in the UK only. So we got the other 4, but
Sure, but not this.
I think it's because they were actually charting in the UK and they were like, we can.
That
make
makes sense,
more
so push 'em.
money.
That makes sense. I mean, good for them.
But something to note is that Vivi Brown did additional writing on this
I
song.
used to love Vivi
Me
Brown.
too. And she also has backing vocal credits.
Oh,
on this
that's
track.
fun.
Because we all know that no one else was really singing other than Nicole. Maybe Melody.
Yeah, I think that's a safe assumption. So this is a stop. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. It's a stop.
Yeah.
It's not a bad song, but I'm not
No,
picking
but
this.
I'm not
Yeah.
going out of my way for this.
No. So, the next song is how I ended up on this week. But not
Oh,
why
I
I
can't wait.
chose this
I'm
week.
so excited.
No. Somebody needs attention. You just want
Now
Now,
it's me. It's always me.
it was always, yeah.
It's always, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're going to know this song, but I had a moment with this song and artist around this time.
Okay. This is Lily Allen.
Yes.
I know Lily.
No, I don't. How am I to know
I
what
know.
you know?
Running through the city on my bike all day 'cause the theft took away my license. It doesn't get me down and I feel okay 'cause the sights that I'm seeing are priceless. Everything seems to look as it should, but I wonder what goes on behind doors. A fella looking dapper and
She was like very big
She
around
was.
this time.
She was, because Smile had already hit.
I was reading Perez Hilton at this time and delisted.
What were they saying about Lily Allen?
She was just around a lot. Because she was always kind of a messy person, if I recall correctly. Now she's married to the guy from Stranger Things, David Harbour, the sheriff.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know how they fucking met, but they're married. So, like, whatever. Good for her.
So this is LDN by Lily Allen. It was written by Allen in a future cut. And this album was initially released on a limited edition 7-inch vinyl that only 500 copies exist of.
Oh.
In the UK, that was in April of 2006, so the year that we're talking about. But because of how Smile took off, the song was re-released as a single. And that's how he ended up getting it on the charts and everything.
Cool.
The song is pretty interesting if you like listen to lyrics. It's basically talking about how fucked up everything is, even though it feels all good.
Right.
And no one else was really doing this at the time. It was like a subversive, like, I sound really pleasant and cutesy, but
And yet, fucked. It's all fucked.
maybe she probably was messy, but I bet if we looked, I don't know. I don't want to speak out of line here, but like maybe she's not as messy as we remember her, but it was just like because she was.
that was like the whole thing at that time.
Yeah.
Everybody was very mean.
Now, what I'm about to tell you is going to send you. Now, so when Alan was signed to the record label, she was given a £25,000 deal to make an album. But our record label didn't really support her and like make anything happen for her because the other projects that they worked on were much bigger. She took some advice from Lady Sovereign.
Wow, what a name.
Love me or hate me, that is the question.
Yeah, oh wow. Okay.
So Lady Sovereign went up to Lily Allen and said, Miss Allen, just throw your demos up on MySpace. People will be listening. And that's how Lily
Period.
Allen came to be. And like she was definitely like a MySpace baby, like a
That makes
MySpace
sense.
darling. Because I think that's how that has to be like how I came across her at some point.
That would make sense. Completely.
And then
How amazing.
yeah. And then like her like career took off because she like was like, fuck this. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna
Do
have
whatever
to
I
do.
want. Shit.
I haven't listened to that song in a really long time, and
Me
I really
neither.
have enjoyed diving into it, so I'm gonna bop it.
Oh, I'll bop it. I'd listen to this.
Yeah, and now I'm like, maybe I should listen to that first album again. Maybe it'll bring me like,
Bring you something.
Yeah.
I love it. What a joy and a treat.
Now, the next song is controversial.
What number are we on?
We are number 5.
Perfect. Next song is controversial.
Well, I know you don't like the person who created this song.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. I was like, it's going to be Justin Timberlake because of the time period. I know it's going to be fucking Justin Timberlake. Okay, but this record, Future Sex Love sounds is like really good. It's like real good.
I'm bringing
To
sexy
be
back.
honest,
Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's special what's behind your back. Yeah. So turn around and I'll pick up the slack. Yeah.
Take it to the court. I'm burning, babe. You see your jungle, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you with me if I misbehave.
It's just that no one makes me feel
I Justin Timberlake has never ever not once done anything for me. This missed me so much. Like obviously I know the song. Anyway, if you don't know the song, it's Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. The song was written by Nate Hills, Tim Mosley, and Tim Timbaland.
I noticed this.
I'm just throwing that.
I appreciate that.
It was his first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100, and it stayed there for 7 weeks. It won a Grammy for Best Dance Recording. I don't know that I have a full grasp on how the Grammys work. Every time we do one of these and we start
It's
mentioning...
just old white people,
Yeah.
men specifically, who don't really have any grasp on culture, making these choices.
Now, when researching this, Justin claims that he wanted to go left, more rock, and less R&B with his vocals on this track, claiming that the song doesn't qualify as a rock song or a straight funk song. I would not call it either one of those.
It's neither of those things, but
I don't know that I would consider his vocal like a rock vocal.
no. Can't say I can visualize him doing that. A rock vocal. This song was, I fucked with this.
It was everywhere. But here is a review from Khalifa Sana of the New York Times. Sexy Back, a twitchy, emaciated track that shot to the top of the charts and also became an irritating catchphrase.
Yes. It did.
I was in a different place. I wasn't that far from pop culture, but I wasn't that into what was super popular.
I guess I kind of was involved in culture, but in a weird way. But this reached me for sure.
Who didn't it reach?
But I listened to this.
You were like, I want this.
Yeah.
To be a part of.
And
what
then
I'm
I'd
doing.
listened to the album at the time. And me and Carrie Hallahan talked about it. I don't know if I need to dox her, but I'm used to saying her full government name because I dated someone named Carrie. So it's reflex for me to literally call her out. But we shared in this. I love that Justin Timberlake just does nothing for you. I appreciate that so much.
Never have I found him
Never.
attractive.
Oh, no, not attractive.
Well, no, but that was part of his appeal
I suppose.
to some people.
It's not for me. If I were going to choose anybody from NSYNC, it was always JC.
No.
If anybody.
For whatever reason, the boy bands from the early 2000s, nothing.
That is okay. Truly.
I know it's okay, but I'm stopping this. I would never not once let this finish.
I would never listen to this.
I would not let the song come to its completion if it
No.
was on in somewhere.
I would never. No. No. Would I listen to the rest of the album? Maybe.
Would I listen to the song if Justin wasn't on it? Probably, because I think the production is nice.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's also hits that spot in my brain where I've heard it so many times. I
That's
definitely
fair.
don't ever want to hear it again. On top of it being a Justin Timberlake song, which I don't generally fuck with at this point.
Okay, are you ready for number 4? Because I don't think you are.
I doubt it.
This is another.
I strongly doubt it.
this, I don't know if you are gonna have a visceral reaction that I had whenever I found this song in this list,
Okay.
but I had a moment
Okay.
beside myself.
Don't cry for me. If you love me, you would be here with me. You want me, come find me. Make up your mind.
This is "Call Me When You're Sober" by Evanescence. Here she goes. I want to get her whenever she goes up. We get to like. This is released as the lead single to Evanescence's second album, The Open Door. It is written by Amy Lee and Terry Balsamo, and it was produced by Dave Fortman. Those are all members of the band Evanescence.
Okay.
No outside people on this song. So, the song was inspired by her relationship with Sean Morgan.
The guy from Saliva.
Seether.
Seether, same thing. It's the same fucking band.
I don't know what
Saliva is also a band.
Oh.
Seether is the same.
Wait,
it's
here
the
it comes.
same
Here it
shit.
comes.
Oh, I fucking listen to this.
I
I had this album.
Oh, honey, my copy is still under my bed. So Morgan, the man the song's about, claimed that this song haunted him and badly affected his reputation.
He was the man that she sang "Broken" with.
Yeah.
And I'm broken.
Here it comes, y'all. We're gonna. This is when she floats up in her little red.
I remember that. I remember that. Wow, what a dramatic ass fucking song, though.
So Morgan,
The drama.
also was quoted saying, "I was bummed out. I was really upset that she would say and do those things."
Okay, well,
like you were pretty
a
abusive.
fucking piece of shit. So she fucking called you out and left you. So fuck off. Fuck directly off. No one cares about your feelings.
This is such a specific time and like this was like, can Evanescence do it without Ben Moody?
Wow.
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 Wow. Evanescence was a time.
I loved Evanescence.
saw
I never
that
listened to another album after this, but I like went out of my way to buy this.
They released a song this year.
Is she doing country stuff now?
No, it's still Evanescence, honey.
Really?
It's not Amy Lee. It is Evanescence.
Evanescence.
In the song, not bad.
I will seek that out.
Yeah, seek it out. It's pretty
I will
good.
seek that out.
It has like a political message. Amy Lee said, "Don't fuck with me."
I love that.
Yeah,
Oh, what a treat. That's so nice.
I'm bopping this.
I'm bopping this. Get the fuck out of here. Of course I'm bopping this.
So
Her on the fucking cover with that like long ass train like going through a door. It looked like a bad Photoshop from like someone's fan deviant art page, but I was very into it. I was like, wow, she's so beautiful.
100%.
I loved her. I am such a lesbian. Period.
Lesbianas.
I
She's
am
a
a-
lesbian.
I love fucking Amy Lee. I love her.
She has those piercing eyes.
Ugh.
And then the voice of an angel.
Oh my God.
And then she wants to make music like this.
Completely.
We're blessed.
We should be so lucky.
There was an Evanescence song that I downloaded in the early 2010s, and I forget what it's called. Do what you want. Do what you want. I have it. It was a great song to work out to. Anyway, number 3, you're not gonna know because
Did you know it?
no.
Okay.
No. I don't think it exists on Spotify.
Wow. So you're
But-
having to go to the YouTube?
Let me just double check. But whenever,
Go off, sis.
oh no, it's here. Okay. And if you know this, I need to ask.
Good for you.
Oh no,
Me?
I'll need to know why you know this if you do happen to know this. But this is number 3.
She turns around to take a look at me.
I'm mad at this.
This is my golden opportunity to take a cherry from her apple tree. She's a little on the crazy side, but now she can have me if she really tried.
I didn't know this song. Do you know what this is?
Fuck no, but I'm vibing. I'm okay with this.
Are you?
Oh, fully.
This sounds like a Kelly Osbourne disregard track.
This hits a certain part of my brain.
Well, also, the rest of this top 100 has like Chelsea Gaggers in it, like the Fratelli, like all of these other songs. So I guess that's kind of scratches
Yeah,
that same itch.
definitely.
This was the first single from, this is Checking It Out by Lil Chris. And
Little
this is-
Chris?
Not Little, Lil.
Oh, sorry.
Lil Chris.
Lil Chris.
It's the first single from his self-titled debut album. Now, I was gonna like go into like some very humorous things, but I did find out that he did commit suicide in 2015.
Oh. Rest in petals.
Yeah.
This is a gentleman?
Yes, but he's young. He's like 15 when this.
Wow.
So he became.
I like it better if it's a girl singing it. Is that fucked up?
No, it's not fucked up. Have you ever listened to Kelly Osbourne's music?
Beyond whatever was on TRL that one time, no.
I actually think you'd like the first album.
Really?
And me and Arturo have talked about this ad
I'll
nauseam.
listen to it.
It's the girl version of this.
I mean, I would like
Yeah.
it then.
Okay, I'm gonna pause the song, and then I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about Lil Chris because I didn't know anything about him, and this gave me a little bit of context as to why he was a thing.
Okay.
So he became a public figure at the age of 15 after appearing in the second season, or series as they call them over there, of the reality show Rock School, in which Gene Simmons tries to form a rock band
I remember that. Okay.
out of a class of children that attended Kirkley High School. It has a different name now, but I figured that wasn't important because
Who cares?
I don't know where
It's okay.
that is. He ended up winning he ended up being in the band at the end of it, and he was like the front man. And then I guess because these people won, they opened for Judas Priest, Rob Zombie, and Anthrax at a concert in Long Beach, California.
I would have been very into that at this time period. Like, I would have gone to that show.
Checking it out.
Go off.
I'm stopping this.
I mean, I'm not going to listen to this, I don't think.
I just like fully hit my whole face off of this microphone. I'm still getting used to it.
This is maybe a soft bop for me.
Yeah, you vibe with
'Cause
it
I
much
did-
more.
I did
you
like
were
it.
You were having a moment.
So if I were
did-
like in my car driving and I didn't see what came up on my Spotify, I probably would have let this play.
I didn't like it. It like started and I was like, oh, I don't know what this is. But I also watched the music video because I this time I actually went through and pulled all music video clips for the Bop and Stop tomorrow. I was like, that was what I thought ahead about, not all the other fucking work I have to do whenever you host this part of the podcast.
NBD, we got there.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's now that you said it, I was like, maybe it's not as bad as I like initially thought, but
No, it's kind of fun.
I'm
For me.
glad you have fun. Now, if hopefully you have more of a reaction to number 2 than I did, but like you're going to be much more likely to have had a moment with this song than I did. I
Okay.
think. Okay.
You know what else I was doing this year? I would go to Eaton Park in Squirrel Hill and only buy coffee because it was $1 and you got free refills, and I would smoke cigarettes. I was smoking cigarettes. Ugh. Garbage. Wow.
First of all, I don't know what it was like at the time, but that's actually a pretty slappin' Eaton Park now, like in 2020. It's beautiful. They like renovated
beautiful,
it.
yeah.
It's nice.
We would loiter there for hours.
I don't see why you wouldn't. It's a pretty big Eaton
What
Park.
the fuck else was I going to do?
Oh, is there still a smoking section?
Yeah, I would smoke at the Eaton
ooh.
Park.
You said that and it didn't register that you were smoking
No,
inside.
like I would chain smoke at the Eaton Park.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's dark.
that's what I did.
Okay, this is number 2 on the charts.
On the
honey.
charts. The Killers.
It is.
When you were young.
It is. I don't remember this song.
Really?
I don't.
So this song also had a renaissance because I think it was on Rock Band.
Yes, it was, and they talked about it in the Wikipedia article.
Yeah.
But I didn't really note it because I didn't know it was that important that it was on Rock Band.
Yeah. I mean, I liked this song. The first Killers record, which would have come out in 2005.
Before this, because this is from their second
2004,
album.
2005.
I would
like-
probably guess 2004.
Hot Fuss was so important to me. So it makes sense that I would have like carried over into like the next thing. So this would have been the next thing.
Yeah, so it's the lead single from their second album called Sam's Town. And it was written and produced by The Killers and co-produced by Flood and Alan Moulder. The Wikipedia article literally said this is their third most successful single after Somebody Told Me and Mr. Brightside. The Killers didn't touch me, but I will say when I was doing research on this song in particular, there was a lot of people that were talking about how people were so mad that this man grew facial hair from the first album to the second album.
People were really okay. So another noteworthy thing, and again, I probably know this because I was like reading gossip rags essentially at the time.
Please.
So at the release of this album, Brandon Flowers was like hyping Sam's Town. Okay.
As you should when you're.
Okay, but he did too much because he was saying it was going to be the greatest rock album of all time. He like really gassed up Sam's Town, and while it is like very beloved by specific people, I don't think it was like that well received. Obviously,
I mean,
you don't even know what it is.
I didn't even know this song.
So it's just kind of ironic now.
Well, they
That's
did
pretty
really
funny.
Yeah, I also artists out there, don't make a promise with your second
No,
album.
don't do that.
Not your
Don't
second
do
one.
that.
Maybe your third one. If you make it through the second one alive.
Especially because Hot Fuss was so fucking popular.
It was
It
so
was
popular.
so fucking popular. So like you have a long way to fall, and I'm pretty sure it was one of those instances. Like this wasn't nearly as successful. Also notable on Hot Fuss, they do, and you can hear it on this track too, they did a lot of effects onto his voice in Hot Fuss. So like in Somebody Told Me
he has
or
that,
Mr.
yeah.
Brightside, like his voice has a lot of shit going on. They stopped doing that on this record, and people were like, is that what you fucking sound like? Is that your voice?
Is that what you? Oh.
I mean, the Killers have gone on to do interesting things, and Brandon Flowers has a whole solo career he was pretty successful at.
I feel like
To
my
some
brother
degree.
still follows the Killers
Yeah.
in some capacity.
I probably had listened to Sam's Town. I like the song Sam's Town, but truly Hot Fuss, if you're ever in the mood for something in this, whatever this genre, radio rock almost, but maybe like a little bit dancier, Hot Fuss is that. It's really good. Like I would argue that it still holds up.
I don't.
I'm like, don't listen to Sam's Town. Listen to the other one if you're gonna listen to any of
Yeah,
it.
like I enjoyed them, but not this time.
I liked this song. This was another one. I would
What?
listen to this. I would probably bop this, actually. I will bop this. I fuck with this. And this was super fun to play on Rock Band, also. I fucking loved Rock Band. I was that bitch.
The thing about Rock Band that is like, unless you had it up, the volume up all the way, and but you hearing those plastic clicks is like one of the saddest sounds.
No, it was satisfying.
No, I didn't like
I
it.
loved it. I loved to sing, but obviously I was like really good at it. So I would like to play the drums because that was like infinitely more difficult to me. I played Guitar Hero also, but the drums were like very satisfying.
That's the instrument that everyone wanted to play on that
Yeah.
game. I've actually never played Rock Band. I've
What?
only ever played Guitar Hero.
Oh, I really wish I still had all my bullshit, but that is like one of the things I lost.
Also, they take up
the
so much
way.
space. It's like
They
one of those,
do.
It's like,
But it was like genuinely fun.
yeah, I believe it. Like I love a rhythm game.
Fuck, I really, really, really wish I had it because we would totally do that because I would still fuck it up. And the drums were fucking hard.
I believe it. Drums are hard.
real life drums
Period.
are difficult, but fucking drumming was so hard because they like would, if you went up to like the medium difficulty level, it would incorporate the foot pedal, so your hands were like constantly doing something different while your foot had to like tap the thing, and it was like so insane at the time for my brain. It was just like, what is this? People do this all the time. Get the fuck out.
I'm unfortunately gonna have to stop this song because I didn't know
That's
it.
fine.
And I don't. It's like not a song that I.
That's so funny. This song completely missed you because it was pretty popular, and then it had its resurgence. But like, you weren't a part of that culture.
Well, vaguely. I'm like
You played Guitar Hero, but you didn't
Yeah.
play Rock Band. So
Well, no, but also like since I didn't play my Guitar Hero, I wouldn't have had the audacity to ask Judy to buy me
Rock
Rock
Band.
Band.
Right. Oh, I played Guitar Hero for the PS2 specifically.
Are you ready for your honorable mention?
Oh, honey, am I ready?
Okay,
am
so
I ready,
excited.
honey?
I'm passing the
Honey.
phone, passing the aux.
I like don't even know which one I want to do first. I'm gonna do the least exciting one.
Okay, I hope I don't. I feel like we might have one that overlaps.
We have to. If we don't, I'll be shocked.
We haven't had it happen yet, which is
I don't know.
truly
I'll be
wild.
very surprised.
Okay. Cassie.
Yes.
This is
I
on my
love this
short
fucking
list, but
song.
It's not on one of my honorable mentions.
The song's a bop.
That recent pic that Cassie just posted on her Instagram with her
didn't see.
SO, the dress she is wearing, and her boobie out. I'm like, yes.
Can you believe she
Sometimes
was
I
with?
think I'm a lesbian.
Honestly,
I know that would just make me straight, but like I think I have more lesbian energy.
no, you definitely have more lesbian energy.
Is this you plus me? Is this you?
Me and you.
Me and you. It is a plus sign though, isn't it?
No, it's an ampersand.
Oh.
And just the letter U.
I
So
knew
that's probably what you're.
There's a twist. Is this the one with the music video of her dancing in like the
Yes.
dance studio?
Yes. Again.
Iconography. Cassie still makes music to this day, honey, and it's still good.
I believe it.
I favorited one, not realizing it was the Cassie. It just like came up randomly, and I just like had my phone sitting there. And I was like, "What is this?" And it was like, "Oh, this is Cassie." And I was like,
Tell me if you like it. I've been waiting. Gonna make that move.
"Now,
Baby, tell me how you like it. I was waiting for you to tell me you were ready.
Did you have associations to the song at all?
no, not directly. I know it and I like it, but it was. I wasn't seeking out Cassie.
I listened to this specifically.
But we also had to remember that like I didn't approach R&B as early as you did. Like I found R&B in like 2010s. I was like, "Oh, this is what this is for me."
I mean, you got there. That's all that matters. Yeah, this song
Slaps.
is a heater.
Definitely. Okay, we're gonna have to pause, Cassie, and move on.
Me and you. Have been waiting.
Okay, I'm gonna do. I'm so excited about playing this song because I love this song. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Hey, 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 hey,
Oh, is this Sierra?
hey, hey, hey.
This is Cherish featuring Sean Paul.
Step out the caddy to feel it's on the bus of steel. Them boys checking us out, know when we dress to kill. Strutting the club, it's dark, but still got my shit
What is this?
on.
What is this?
This is "Do It to It" by Cherish featuring Sean Paul.
It sounds like a Sierra song.
It does kind of sound like a Sierra
It
song.
does. Oh no, I didn't know her.
You didn't know this?
I mean, I think
a
I
group.
did. I did like. I've heard it before, but this part. Yeah, no. But I didn't know this.
I don't know why I have such an obsession with
This
this
is
song.
I bopped the fuck out of this though, because that's pretty satisfying.
I also thought this song came out a lot earlier. When I saw it on the list, I was like 2006. I would have guessed this was like a 2003 track.
Gimme. Okay,
Okay, I'm ready.
hold on.
Maybe. I don't
I'm
know.
like, hold on. I was obsessed with this song.
You had no idea she was gonna be on the list.
No.
help from my friend.
I found a light in the tunnel at the end. Now you're calling me up on the phone so you can have a little wine and a moan. It's only because you're feeling alone. At first, when I see you cry, it makes me smile. Yeah, it makes me smile.
I had to listen to this song after I chose it because
You were like, oh, I'm gonna have to play this.
Yeah. I was like, I need to hear this immediately.
Iconic. Lily Allen really did that.
She
said-
really was a moment in time, and it was this moment.
Yeah.
I also liked, I think it was 2009. It's not fair, and I think it's really mean. Do you know that song?
I mean, I would bet money that like "Fuck You" is probably the most recognizable song.
Oh, probably.
She also had that "It's Hard Out Here for a Bitch," which I really did enjoy. It's
I
hard out
enjoyed that
here
too.
for a bitch.
That was also very good. If you picked my last song, I'm going to be so annoyed. Okay. I don't know. Wait. Tom's looking at me with an insane look on his face. Is this...
This is Paris Hilton's "Stars Are Blind."
Oh my god. I wouldn't engage in this.
It's actually a great pop song, Tiffany.
Oh, I believe it.
Wait until we get to this chorus. She kind of sounds like Gwen Stefani in this. This song's a vibe.
Oh,
And when-
for sure.
When Paris Hilton was like, I might make more music, and I was like, I'm fine with that.
And I'm satisfied. Oh no. Oh. Even though the gods are crazy, even though the stars are blind, if you show me real love, baby, I'll show you mine. I can make it nice and naughty, make the devil an angel too. Got a heart and soul and body.
I'm like 90%
Go
sure
off.
you're gonna pick my last song for your last song too. So if it's not, I will actually be shocked if this song is not. Why are you laughing so hard? Because I put Paris Hilton song on here.
Yeah, that's pretty funny to me. I mean, that's great.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
This-
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
When I come in the club, step aside.
Oh, shit.
What's up, baby?
When I come to the club, step aside.
Oh shit!
Pop the seats, don't be heavy in the line.
Oh shit!
VIP, cause you know I gotta shine. Fuck it back, let me love you long time. All my girls getting down on the floor. Out the back, drop it down real low.
Oh shit!
Such a lady, but I'm dancing like a hoe.
I don't give a fuck, so here we go.
How come every time you come around my London Bridge wanna go down like London, wanna go down like London, be going down like. How come every time you come around my London Bridge wanna go down like London, wanna go down.
It's really bad that these pop songs make our hands go up like we're at church. Like whenever it's a bop, we both go. Our hands go right up in the air. I can't wait until my chairs come in and then I can dance around in my chair without it squeaking.
Squeaking.
Yeah, it would be it'll be great. I'm actually surprised that we didn't have an overlapping one. I did not pick the song. I was like 90% sure you would.
You know,
Well, I also thought this one would have come up on your
can I just tell you?
yeah.
I know it's not the song, and I do this all the time, but Fergalicious is one of I have such an intense love for that song.
I will argue, like I like London Bridge, but it's not something that I'm going to seek out all the time. It had to be in the mood for London Bridge.
Oh,
However, the rest of that, like the singles from that album, are truly great. Glamorous, I'll listen to that any day.
Glamorous is pretty fun.
Big Girls Don't Cry, honey, I'm gonna listen.
Iconic.
Fergalicious, I'm gonna listen.
Fergalicious was so good. I tried to resist pop music because, again, you know, the thing. But Fergalicious dropped, and I was like, this song is so fucking insane. And then I saw the music video, which is just like her in a candy wonderland or whatever. I was like, this is for me. This is for me. This, yes.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Now I'm so excited to hear what your last one is.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I talked it up. I just was surprised that it didn't come up on yours.
Is it pink?
It was almost pink.
Oh, yeah. Deja. I mean,
The chorus pops.
it does. I was definitely listening to Beyonce at this time. Early Beyonce.
But I didn't
was
want to
there.
cry in front of you, so I could not pick Who Knew. But it was on the short list.
I used to listen to that a disturbing amount.
That song is... My mom, when she like finally realized what that song was about, she was like shook.
My life had taken such a drastic turn that I would listen to Who Knew and feel like I related to it.
Not good.
Yeah. Like, that's how I felt at the time.
Seem like everywhere I go, I see you. From your eyes, I smile. It's like I breathe you. Helplessly, I reminisce. Don't want to compare nobody to you. Oh, I try to catch myself, but I'm out of control. Your sexiness is so appealing, I can't let it go. But I can't get over you, 'cause everything I see is you.
I think I assumed you were going to pick this, to be honest with you.
How about... So whenever I was going to see Beyonce, I didn't know all of the older stuff, so I bought all of the albums and started listening to them. This is like one of the standout tracks to me.
B-Day. B-Day. B-Day is so good. Deja, upgrade you?
Let me upgrade. Solange has a writing credit on that song. I just need everyone to let it be known that some of Beyonce's best work was co-written by her sister.
That makes complete sense.
Because even back
fully.
then, Solange was like, let me upgrade. Get rid
Let
of
me
it. Can
upgrade you. Quite literally.
Do you have any guesses for number one?
No, not at all.
So, LDN got me here. But the number one song is how I picked. Like, I was like, first of all, the list has been wild up until this point.
It has, but enjoyable.
Yeah. Now, I hope you know this song. I think you will. But if you don't, you will soon.
It sounds vaguely familiar. What the fuck is this? Micah?
This is I Don't Feel Like Dancing by the Scissor Sisters.
Oh, I don't know.
Here we go. 3.
I don't know.
My little gay ass. I got to this number 1 and I was like, I'm sorry, the Scissor Sisters were number 1.
I was aware of them, but I never listened to the Scissor Sisters,
I'm out of breath.
which is a shame.
You need to do the work because you will love it. Like this. First of all, this song is more interesting than I thought it was. Please knowledge. I'm kind of bummed that you didn't know it and that we couldn't have vibed
I'm
that
so
together.
sorry.
So this is the first single off their album, Tada. It is written by Jason Sellers, Scott Hoffman, and Elton John, who plays the piano on this song.
Fucking sense.
This is a song to rebuke the Bee Gees song, You Should Be Dancing.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's iconic.
And Jake Shears claims that this is the happiest sounding song ever written about staying in and feeling miserable.
I love it. What a mood.
I really want to get to the part of... You know Let's Have a Kiki, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to be like, we're going to have to stop and
No,
do that. But whenever we get to the end, there's like backing vocals and then... Good. Oh, it's so good. This song is such a vibe because all you want to do is vibe to it. But then you're like, wait, is this song telling me that I shouldn't be like getting my whole ass zhuzh to this? And it is. It's saying I don't want to do this. I actually have no idea what the chorus words are. I know I don't feel like dancing and I just make up sounds for the rest.
That's okay.
And I love a moment in any song. Marina sneaks them in there a lot in her music.
Oh my God.
In Fruit, it's there. It's and eventually the background singers go, I don't feel like it. And it's just like, this song is like actually super long and I know that. but it keeps going and I just can't stop. And this is the only song they've ever had hit number 1 anywhere. And it was in the UK. This feels like a very like appropriate song for like the UK to grasp, and no one else.
For sure.
Here it comes. Why are we so obsessed with background vocals? Because like I'm like you have to hear that part because like it's like the most important part of the song.
Because you and I we just vibe on very specific
Yeah.
things, and it's a real joy.
Well, I'm glad you could experience me like.
That was very fun to see. I'm sorry that I didn't know of them.
For us to go from Shakira to the Scissor Sisters with some Evanescence in between, I was like, well,
It's a wild ride.
And there's High School
It's a
Musical.
wild ride.
What is happening this week in culture?
Am I trying to drive home listening to Evanescence? Yes.
What song are you gonna pick? Like what?
I might skip through the first album, like listen to like a little bit of a bunch of the songs, and then probably go through
What was
the
your
second
favorite
album.
song from the first one?
Oh, I don't know. Probably My Fucking Immortal when I was a child. Now, as an adult, I don't know.
I loved Going Under.
Going Under is really good.
Drowning in you.
Okay, so I haven't listened to to Evanescence in so long. I can't really like pull it from the ether. But if when I put it in on the car on the way home, I'm gonna know all the words.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like I can't pull
The songs out of the air.
No,
But once they
but
start playing, you're gonna.
There's a song off of The Open Door that I know I really loved. It feels like The Color Purple to me, but I can't remember what it is.
Because I felt the same way, but I think Going Under is like the first song on the first album. I think
That
it's
would make sense.
And it starts, I'm like, now I will tell you what I've done for you.
50,000 tears.
Bleeding, deceiving.
You won't hear me. Don't want your hand this time. I'll save myself.
Maybe we come forward. Not torn and to daily defeated by you, and you still won't hear me going under.
I can't.
The drama of the song without any of the guitars, it sounds like really. I'm falling forever. To break through. I like the part where it's like, where I don't know what's real and I don't know what's real and what's real and what's real and what's not.
We're so gay. I don't even know what else to say about it.
Well, so we have hit our 4th official episode on the Patreon, which means we get to put one on the real feed.
Ding 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 ding.
So we're
ding,
gonna ask
ding,
you
ding,
to
ding.
pick which one you want to release to the public, since it is you've paid for these.
You've
And so,
paid
which
for
one do you
these.
want to discard to the plebe? Which episode? No, whatever one you guys think would be the best. And if no one votes, then I'll make an executive decision.
That sounds great.
Yeah. What an exciting time.
This was fun.
This one was a fun one.
This was satisfying.
Yeah, because I feel like we scratched a lot of
Yeah,
places.
specific issues. Ooh.
Because I got issues.
Oh, I sure did. This really did hit like a bunch of specific music genres that I enjoy.
I truly am shook that it took us. Well, this is technically like our 7th episode we've done of Recollect, but it's like our 4th like one that we've done portray on. But I cannot believe this is the first time one of us worked an Evanescence song, like finesse that into like us, because I know it's gonna happen again.
Are we at the point where we're smart enough to notate what we're bopping and stopping as we go along?
I forgot. But
Okay,
I'll
I'll start to do that next
Yeah.
week, and I'll set a reminder so I don't forget to start to do that.
I think I'll. Oh,
So this way you're
no,
not
Scissor
always
Sisters is
doing
a
the
bop.
work.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't need to say that.
Oh, I bop.
I just.
I bop her. We're bopping.
Ooh.
We're going off. I gotta set this reminder right now because if I don't, I will what? Not remember.
Makes me that much stronger. Makes me a little bit. Excuse me. My burps really held out for that.
You did great.
Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting us.
Thanks, guys.
You deserve this.
You deserve this. We'll see you next time.
Next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Red Collect.